Okay. I'm preparing this for people of all different ages and experiences. Um, Today we're going to look at the beginner, young, uh, and he can get some help from the family. There's all kinds of people. Anybody who plays piano can be helpful here. Okay, so here is a fingering chart available to you that is simpler than the one in the book, and we want to start with it. The notation, um, we're going to go at it by, I'm going to play a piece, and you can watch my fingers, you can hear what I'm doing, and then you can play it over and play it with me. Or you can work at it yourself and then supposedly do it right. Uh, I have a lot of trouble with this thing. Much of what we're doing is muscle memory, and this thing is a different size than my muscles are used to, and there is very little way to tell, very little way to tell on here if you're covered or not. And so I'm playing along. It was that one. And I can't tell which finger it is without messing around a lot. So you will have those problems too. Um, okay, left hand is at the top. The left hand has a hole to cover underneath. The right thumb doesn't have anything, and you just help to hold up the instrument with that. The left hand has 3 holes for the left hand, and the little finger doesn't do anything. Now the right hand, then you take the next hole down and cover up, and this little finger has a very tricky one to reach and get a hold of. This bottom piece twists it's a separate piece. Find where you're comfortable with that little finger actually hitting it before you even start. Get it so you can do that. Okay, and then just start at the top and cover them up. No, here something's off a little. And who knows which one it is? Well, you have to figure out right away which one it is. That's the problem I'm having. Okay, then you have a fingering chart, tells you which ones to have down. Um, you have to learn the names of the notes. It's very good if you have a little bit of keyboard, piano keyboard. The piano keyboard has 2 black keys and then 3. 2, 3, 2 and 3. We use 7 notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, 7. Okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we start again. All right? And then when you get, there's more information on the fingering chart, and you need to learn that stuff. But to begin with now, you've got your left hand and your right hand, and now you're going to look at this piece of music while I'm playing it. Not right this minute, but they're going to rig it up so that you can do that. And so you can see what my fingers are doing and see what the sound is, and then work at it. I'll just play one, and then we'll work out how to film it right here. Yeah, see how easy this is? And I'll do a little better. Okay, I have 4 tunes for you like that, and we'll figure how to get the camera around so that you can see my fingers as I'm playing the thing, and you have a copy of the music so you can see that, and then go at it. See if you can play with me. We'll go quite slowly. Does this work?
Mm-hmm.
All my fingers visible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Doxology, number 1. Notice that it's in 1 sharp. And if you don't know what that means, that's something you'll have to learn. There's lots of people around can help you with that. Starts on a G, and that's all of the left hand fingers. Little finger doesn't do anything. Well, maybe I don't do anything either. Well, for heaven's sake. It's good to have a fine teacher, so that, notice when I go off, it's all fingers. Nothing to do with the mouth. You can't go wrong here. Can you tell I'm starting them with T's? And if you don't do that, it'll still work, but that's the right way to use T's.
Okay, let me just get a close up on the music there. This first one he played was called Doxology, and we have a couple hymns in the hymn book that is to this tune, and it's just beautiful. It's a prayer. And say okay.
And you will have copies of this music to mess with. Number 2, Amazing Grace. Did you notice on Doxology how some of my sounds went off? It's always fingers. You gotta wiggle around and get them back in place. Okay, Amazing Grace. This one is in 3/4. The Doxology was in 4/4. You can't tell the difference between 4/4 and 2/4 when you're listening, but you can tell the difference in 3/4. It feels different.
And that means 3 counts per measure instead of 4 counts per measure, right?
Yes, but if it's 2 counts per measure, you can't tell listening.
Okay.
You can tell looking, but it feels the same. But 3, that feels different. Also, notice here, both of these things that we did have pickup notes. It doesn't start on the first beat. It starts on the 3rd beat of a measure that isn't there. The next 2 don't have pickups, but the Doxology and the Amazing Grace both have a pickup note.
So Bob, could you count that up for them?
Counting it?
Mm-hmm.
3, 1.
Good.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2.
Thank you. That's helpful.
The next one start right on it. 1 and. 1, a 2, 3. But these first 2 have pickup notes.
Okay.
Here we go.
We're ready.
Starting on 3. As soon as I can find those holes. Okay. church project. I have to watch what I say here. Huh. I still don't know what finger it was, but here I go. I made one mistake back there that I didn't correct. Can you find it? Number 3, Jacob's Ladder. No key signature, no sharps, no flats. Okay. Notice that it's with a C instead of a time signature here. That stands for common time, and 4/4 is common time. So this one is in 4. You find out when you go for it. You'll have trouble too.
Okay.
Number 4 is Gentle Like You. I never heard this before. So if it's 1 flat, it's always B flat if it's 1 flat, and you have the on your fingering chart here. You have both the F sharp fingering and the B flat fingering. All right,
Okay. And Bob, could you count this one out for them?
1, yes, this starts on 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll sometime have a explanation of what that means,
Okay.
that rhythm.
Perfect.
Here we go. You heard errors in there, I'm sure. But you can tell what that melody should have been.
Mm-hmm.
And
So, Bob, I'm going to ask a favor of you. You and I have something in common. We were in band for a long time. This time I want you to play it again, and I want to focus on your feet.
oh,
Yes.
yes,
Will you do that?
yes. I'll talk about it first. Yeah. You're good.
You're good?
Okay. Watch my toe. Everyone I know keeps track of the beat with their foot. And the beat itself, sometimes the director will have to stop you because there's too much racket from it. But all it is just tap 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or yes, there it's 3 in this time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then when you run into eighth notes divided, then it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. And when I first hit this, it was 1 up, 2 up, 3 up. That's what your foot is actually doing. And then you can divide it even further to get what we call 16th notes. You won't have to worry about them for a while, but that's 2 to the half beat, or 4 to the beat. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. I first learned 1 it is a, 2 it is a. That worked for me.
Okay. So play another one for us, and I'll try to catch your hands and then your feet. Okay?
Okay, look here a moment. This is a complex rhythm, and I just threw it in here because I found it, and it's okay. This is a way to do 4 notes to the beat. This is a 2-beat note, and we put a dot behind it, and it adds half as much as the note was. So it was a 2-beat note, now it's a 3-beat note.
So that's a dotted half.
Dotted half. Whatever you put the dot behind, it adds half as much time as what you put it behind. Here you see is a 1-beat note, so that becomes a beat and a half. Now these two are backwards from what you usually find. Those two there you usually find 1, 2, and 3. This is 1 and 2, you wait it out, you don't say it, you don't, but your foot is on it. 1 and, 3 and.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, and then this is 1 and, 1, a 2, 3. Very jerky. It's like the 8th notes, but it's 3 to 1.
Okay.
1, a 2.
Good.
1, a 2. Okay, here we go with Gentle Like You. I don't know if you're gentle or not, but here we go. Notice, by the way, this little line here. That's a slur. That means don't tongue that one. Just move the finger. Everything else we tongue. If we can find it. Here we go. Well. There.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bob.